Conflict management is the process where you identify, address, and resolve disagreement between individuals or a group in a constructive way. The goal is not always to eliminate, but to handle it in a way that could minimize harms and create a positive outcomes. Today in the studio, we brought you a special guest who has a lot of experience as a bonsai business owner and has faced a lot of conflict in his life. So today in the studio we have Mr. Yadi with us. Okay, Mr. Yadi, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your bonsai business?
Okay, I'm Yadi age 50 years old. I'm about 20 years experience in this bonsai business. This bonsai business is an international business. This is not, this is universal and global. Okay, because it's involved in many countries involving in the trading, import and export bonsais. Okay.
Okay, next question. What are the most common conflict you face in running your bonsai business?
Normally for the bonsai business, normally the major conflict is trading. In terms of the exporting bonsai, because it's not exporting, importing from the other countries, import to our country. Because Malaysia have rules. There is a rule to stop import bonsai from other country inside Malaysia without a soil. Then how can we import the bonsai where it's planting in the soil, in the pot and soil, but in the rule of Malaysia there is a restriction, no soil to be imported into Malaysia. And how I'm going to think about this? This is a very most challenging conflict in this business, because this is a government policy. There is not we call it what we call it the main but the major problem is government.
I see. And can you share a memorable conflict you experienced with a customer, employee, or supplier, and what happened?
Okay. Usual conflict we are facing in this business. There is not a big problem for this business. For example, I take communication with the communication skill during the trading business, because we are trading with several parts of countries, in Taiwan, China, Japan, Indonesia, India, and Europe. There is communication barriers. We must understand India. We must understand Hindi. We must understand Tamil. We must understand Japan. We must understand Korea. Because amongst the bonsai business, there is not a standard language. English is not a standard language for them. So we as a bonsai trader, we must understand their communication, their language, to easy this transaction.
Okay. Have you ever had a disagreement with customers because of bonsai prices, quality, or expectation? And how did you handle the situation?
Yeah, for the customer, we are facing the most issue is the price, because bonsai there is not a selling price. Okay, there is a high price. There is not a standard. There is no like chicken. We buy chicken at the supermarket with 10 ringgit per kilo. Bonsai not that on that way. So we must equip ourselves with the knowledge, with how to persuade customer, how to convince customer that this price is not it's not a high end. This price is a reasonable price. That's our persuading skill, our knowledge, and our experience. That's important for in this business.
Okay, and how do you prevent conflict from happening again in your business?
In a business, we can avoid the conflict. We cannot avoid the conflict. There is every day we are facing with a conflict. Then we must handle. We must capable to handle the conflicts. The conflict, there is several types of several type of the conflict. We must understand the conflict, the nature of the conflict. Then we can jump into the conclusion or decision or solution.
Okay. How has dealing with conflict helped you become a better business owner?
As a human being, when we having problems or conflict, we handle the conflict. We manage the conflict. We handle the conflict successfully. There is a growth in our life. There is a growth in our life. Always at my age 50, there is a learning process. Then from the conflict, we can learn something. Then we can equip ourselves with a new skill, new type of skills.
And what advice would you give to new entrepreneurs about managing conflict effectively?
Simple. You must understand the conflict. You must put yourself into that conflict. Means that you must understand the conflict. Then you can manage you able to solve or to find a solution into that conflict with your experience.
Okay. Last question. In your opinion, why is effective communication important in resolving conflicts in a business?
The most effective thing, the most effective weapon in handling the conflict is listen. Okay? Listen, but of course you must have experience, skills, and the most important is understand. No, it's not understanding. Experience. You listen to the conflict. You listen to the issue. You listen to the problems, and you think about it. With the experience, you can solve the matter. You can solve the conflict effectively.
Okay, that's all for our interview for today. Thank you for Mr. Yadi for attending today's interview. See you guys in the next episode where all voice is inspired. Bye bye.